Mama, introduce me.
His name used to be...
My name is Jacques Cornet. New Orleans is my home.
I'm Cupidon Murmur, his administrative assistant.
Last time I looked, you were my slave.
Which is why I stopped looking. Didn't you used to be a slave?
Don't be fresh, Mama. Even though born of a slave, I purchased my freedom and became my father's heir.
My father's heir. A very rich, very white father left my boss everything, including me. I do all the work, he does nothing.
I beg your pardon? Each morning I may be found at my atelier writing my play.
Where'd you get the nerve to write a play?
Brocade gave me confiance.
Does your masterpiece have a title?
A free man of color.
What would it be about?
The sanctity of surfaces, the value of veneer. Lift the curtain, we begin.
Today is Tuesday, February 24th, the Feast of Mardi Gras! The few social barriers that exist in New Orleans are down tonight. White, black, everything in between.
There's a lot of in between.
Take off your 21st century glasses. See New Orleans as we who live here see it in 1801. The freest city in the world. Imagine the unimaginable. Race is a celebration. See the lush palette of skin tones in New Orleans.
Remy Dorilon. I'm a shade called Mameluke, white and métif.
Jonathan Sparks. I am Quadroon, white and Mameluke.
Lord Sidney Harcourt. I send furs from Quebec down the Mississippi to New Orleans and out to the world. I'm truly white, which gives me no privilege. Here it's just another color.
Achille Lasviadi. I am from Norway. I come to New Orleans to start a new life dealing furniture. I am white.
How come you look like a mahogany table?
All right, not nowhere, Barbados. But in New Orleans, you can be whatever you declare yourself to be.
Why won't the men of this town answer my friendship?
For starters, you don't look the same as they do.
I should hope not.
Look at your clothes.
Look at theirs. You're the only parade in town.
A good parade pleases everyone.
Not your kind of parade, brazenly trampling every bystander. If you want acceptance, purge yourself of all outward signs of foppery. The man of the 19th century no longer stands out. He dresses in black,
the color of Satan.
And men now show their scalps.
Give this up? Have men no modesty? I just soon forfeit an arm or a leg, or what? Or the only scepter I allow to rule me.
Now that you mention it, another motive for men's alarm is that sea monster of yours lurking beneath the waves, waiting to attack their wives.
What are you talking about?
The arm of a 5-year-old boy holding out an apple.
Flamingos flying home. Some guy's wife be in the nest.
Apples, flamingos.
Just! Your endowments are legendary.
Don't all men have one?
Every country has a river, not all of the Mississippi.
Allow me to introduce myself, Jacques Cornet.
You've recovered from your death. I'm not interested in a eunuch. One near eunuch in a household is enough. I find my only solace in science.
May I ask what you're looking for?
The cause of yellow fever. Look. A mosquito is trapped inside this letter sent me from Saint-Domingue, the Aegis aegypti. You see the female's white marking? What are you doing?
Suddenly, in the presence of you, fair virgin of science, we enter an age of restoration. Lent is over, Easter morning arrives, he is arisen.
Monsieur Cornet, come here. Look through this glass and see how the blood circulates in the tail of this fish.
But it circulates prettier in this fair neck.
Domus autem, ad quodcumque vero ibo ad utilitatem eorum.
Oh, what love potion are you casting?
It is merely the oath of Hippocrates.
Where are we?
In the Indiana Territory, at the junction of the Mississippi and Ohio rivers.
A collector of maps, as am I. Are we in the white space yet?
Yes, we are on the brink. May I see? Would you join us? We're still building our party.
Do you travel with women?
Not yet.
I'll stay here. If I find the river to the west, I'd have to share it with you, and I don't share.
Well, there is no sharing. The United States owns all this.
So this land is Spain's or that of France?
Don't you know what happened? President Jefferson announced the purchase last 4th of July. France sold all of Louisiana to us. Mr. Jefferson sent us out the next day to learn what we bought.
What month is it now?
It's November 1803.
1803. Has it been that long? When did the United States take over my city?
This December.
Le Code Noir. What about slavery?
Read this.
These truths self-evident. All men are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Slavery will end. And after 400 years of hoping, we'll find the Western waterway. The world is falling into place. We should go back home and be part of the New World's bravery.
Might it be safe to go back?
I'm sorry to hear of your father's death.
It was peaceful.
We can wish for no more.
No more than wishing my life to continue in peace.
Your mother is someone I assume he met on his plantation.
I did not know my mother. She was sold shortly after my birth.
You were given your freedom.
Earned my freedom. In New Orleans, you will see iron wrought into vines decorating each building. I instituted that factory. Taming base metal into flowers, I have a talent for alchemy.
Oh, you're an impressive man.
All the more reason why you must resolve this present situation. I'm not extolling my virtues, I'm stating my rights. You wrote all men are created equal. New Orleans is now part of the United States. Those words are law.
Well, unfortunately, my words are not part of the Constitution. The Constitution is where we keep the law.
Well, where do you keep the laws on slavery?
Well, the Constitution doesn't really mention slavery. My words were merely part of a declaration to a king telling him what we wanted.
Should I then write a letter to you declaring my desire?
I could imagine what that would be.
And would I be wrong?
Slavery is a terrible thing.
Then bring back these men and advise them.
Started so simply. People in the Carolinas growing cotton, tobacco, sugar, coffee. People around the world wanting our crops. Demand increases, we need to expand. Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky. Not enough people living here to work the land, to tend, to harvest, who can endure the heat. We have to import workers, and that's how it starts. It grows and grows and grows.
You make African affairs sound like a stroll through the market.
It is a market. It's a crazed market. Have you ever seen a man addicted to opium? So it is with the world, addicted to our produce. We're all addicts. We need more slaves. The world needs our goods. We need money to build a capital, a house for the president to live in, to buy Louisiana. We live off the labors of those possessions and can't let go. We're slaves to slavery.
You keep slaves and hate slavery. Are you a hypocrite?
Jesus, who one said is the kindest man who ever lived.
We weren't talking about Jesus.
When defending oneself, one always quotes Jesus.
I don't feel well.
Bayou fever?
It's a definite fever.
What bird makes that call?
It's odd. I hear it all the time.
Have they found the cipher breaker?
Haven't And you come to see me?
Only you.
Look in there.
Oh, the door is locked. Dearest, may I come in?
No, I don't want. I don't want you catching what I have.
Is it yellow fever?
It's a fever of a different color.
Dearest orgasm of my eyeballs, could my imperial code breaker be in our temple of joy?
What does it look like?
A long black tube with a red ribbon on it.
Sounds familiar. I'll keep my eyes open.